So today I'm going to show you guys how to actually build 7- and 8-figure businesses using a very specific model we call the Ascension model. Guys, today we have a video that we've had a lot of people request inside of our weekly calls. This video has been heavily requested. A lot of you guys know what we do here. Basically, we build and grow our own brands, and we're building different things as well. At the time of this recording, we right now build and scale our own brands, leveraging influencers as the main face, but we own and control those brands. The big thing, a lot of people are always asking us, like, what's the best business model and how do you guys go about building funnels at the beginning? We do all of it, right? Like, we have lead generation funnels, we have Ascension funnels, we have high ticket funnels. They're all working. The big thing, if you're an agency and you're really trying to work with clients, or if you're doing e-commerce, or if you're doing some sort of a digital product, for us, the way that we start pretty much anything is with an Ascension funnel. I know that there's a lot of people that want to start with webinars and different things like that. And listen, whatever's working for you is what you should be doing. In our businesses, the best thing that we figured out is to build out a process that creates Ascension-based funnels. So why Ascension-based funnels? The reason that we do Ascension-based funnels is very simple, and it's because we know that we can get something to an average order of about $50 to $75 to $100, depending if it's e-commerce or just digital. And then we know that we can get on an average a CPA of 40 bucks. That means that we're profitable on the front end, which is the lifeblood of how we succeed. We're able to, if we're doing digital or e-commerce, put people into recurring revenue, which we always have. We're able to bring in more customers and we're able to sell more products, right? So that's why we like to do that. If you're tweaking a webinar, you can make a ton of money, but it takes a lot of time, effort, and it's really dialing that thing in. And I'm also not a huge fan of webinars. They're super boring. For me, I don't join them, I don't like them and things like that. I'd rather do some sort of a VSL or a 2 or 3 part series, really engaging with people and then charging a higher ticket. That is just what works for us. If you're really good at webinars and stuff like that as well, then just do webinars, do your thing. Don't have to copy everything the exact way that we do it. I just wanna be very open on the things that we do and how we have success. So products, the way that we do things, we don't even do things into lead magnets. We start off straight to sale. I believe that now with Facebook Messenger, text messaging, and all those things, we can build a huge retargeting list and then retarget people if they don't buy, and then get them back into some sort of a lead opportunity or something like that. You know, email rates are going down, they're changing. We still use a ton of email for e-commerce and digital, but at the end of the day, we always go straight to sale. We start our pages and our offers normally on a $37 or a $47 front end. Again, because we're looking for that $50 to $60 average order value if you're doing digital, or we start in the 50s and 60s because we're looking for that $100 AOV when we're doing physical products. Normally a funnel will look like this. It's about a $37 front end. Then you're gonna go up into an order bump, and your order bump is actually gonna be about $17, okay? We found after testing so many different pages and running millions of dollars on traffic that is the best conversion for us. On average, we get a 50% take rate on that, which is really good because we know that we can count on that to support our average order value. Next, we go into either, we're always flipping and testing to see what converts better, but we either go into a $97 upsell, or oftentimes we go into some sort of continuity. Now, we've been testing a lot of different variations on pricing for continuity, which means recurring revenue. And what's working best for us is micro continuity. So that means we're putting people in at about $9 to $10 a month. People stick for about 3 to 4 months, and we're working on getting that to consistently grow. And we're also starting to test prices into the $20. What we had done before is have people at about $27 a month, which was getting us about a 20% conversion rate on that page. But going down to $9 has actually increased into the 40% conversion. So we're getting way more people, we're getting double the people, they stay, they stick, and those people are rabid buyers. They're very interested in what you're selling. They really wanna build the community, which is where you can do a lot of stuff inside of Facebook and Slack communities and upsell into higher end products. So as I said, we go $37 front, $17 order bump, and then we go into continuity for about $9, and then we move into the last page, which is about $97. That's gonna give us an average order value on average of about $50 to $60. Now that's digital. The big thing that works for us when we start to do E-commerce is twofold. We start the same sequence with one product, two products upselling. We do variations of different products. A lot of people in e-commerce will say they'll buy more of the same. They will, but they don't want to. They already bought the thing. They don't want 3 more of your thing or 6 more of your thing. And you can also put that on your front end page anyways, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So the thing that we do is that we go one product and then a different product, right? An adjacent product that makes sense. Something else that is congruent with what they just purchased. For example, with one of our supplement companies, we do keto meal replacements, and then we go beta hydroxybutyrate BHB salts, and then we go into keto coffee creamer, and which is MCT, vanilla flavored, is our best selling one. With another one, we go pre-workout, and then pump, and then intra, which is branched chain amino acids, okay? And those products are more expensive, so that gives us an average order value of about $100, allowing us to go out and spend about $70 to acquire a customer, okay? Now, the final way that we do it when we're doing e-commerce is we like to bundle products. We start with bundles that are gonna be about $100 up to $150, which really allows you a good CPA, so you can go out and spend $80, $90, even $100 on acquiring a customer, which in e-commerce is great because the first thing that we do is offer a subscription. And so we're getting people into subscription. It allows us to bring in more monthly revenue, and it allows us to start to scale. Now, as we do that, we're starting to measure things out and really figure out our lifetime value, because once we know our lifetime value, then it'll actually allow us to be spending more money. And then in other videos that we're gonna be creating for you guys, we're gonna actually show you guys how we measure everything on Facebook specifically, Google AdWords, all the platforms, on how we attribute the success of our ads, not just on day one, but how we measure everything to really figure out our conversion rate for the month, so we know if we had success and if we're allowed to spend a little bit more on the day one, because it'll end up evening out with retargeting and just extra sales coming in and trickling in that sometimes are hard to measure on day one. So I hope this makes sense, guys. It's pretty specific on exactly what we do, how we do it. Obviously, when it pertains to higher ticket stuff, we're just going into applications. So there's, our cost per application is always gonna vary depending on what we're selling and what price point that thing is gonna be. And then lead flow campaigns, we don't do a ton. We normally will retarget. If someone's not buying and they're not testing things out, we will retarget. Like for example, with our SVG Academy, we go straight to sale. It's $97 a month, or it's $500 for the year. If you don't take that, you go into a potential trial for $1 in 7 days. And if you don't take that, we finally send you to a case study on how we help the company that we run go from $30,000 to $300,000 in a few months. The last thing we do is really go into that. That's because we're pretty seasoned and we have a pretty structured approach on how we want to go out and acquire people. And I only care about acquiring new blood. A lot of people are gonna go, yeah, start with leads and then start with video views, but I don't really think that makes sense. Like for example, if a lot of you guys start with video views, what you're saying is you're asking Facebook's Pixel to go out and search for people that are viewing your thing more. I don't want that. I want people to go buy my thing. So we start with conversion campaigns and we get people to see our stuff secondarily. And then we start creating that omnipresence situation so everybody can come back in and engage with us and see our content and see our testimonials and then come back and join us in whatever it is that we're actually trying to sell. DM me on Instagram at Los Hustle if you guys have questions, or just drop it over in YouTube. Let me know how we can help you, how we can continue to make content like this for you guys. And if you have more questions that you want me to go more in depth on, I'd be happy to do that. So that's it for me, guys. We'll see you on the next one.